What's up, everybody? This is Ragna, and I'm here with.
Light?
And you can already see what kind of freaking thing, what kind of thing we're reading. Alright, we deserve better excuses for killing people in video games. Alright, the reason why I'm here is because I played most of the Far Cry games except for the fourth one. And Kodai's here because he's played Far
Two
Cry.
through three. Two through four.
Well, 2 doesn't necessarily count for you because you only played
Yeah, I only
5
played
minutes
for a
of it.
bit.
Yeah,
Far
5
Cry 3.
minutes.
I just started Far Cry 4 today.
Yeah. But I don't think you beat Far Cry 3.
On my PS3, I'm in the middle of the game.
Yeah, I don't think you even got into Voss
I got to the Indian chick, though. His sister.
to the Indian. Oh, okay. When you meet, okay, I know what you're talking about now. I forgot her name.
I forgot what mission I'm doing for her right now, but
Anyways, well, of course, you haven't played that game in over a year.
yeah.
Anyways, Far Cry 4 is a beautiful, meticulously designed game about shooting most of the people you meet. Alright, let's go with this. First person shooters are notorious for their paper thin motivations of their heroes. Typically, muscular bald men who will execute an entire continent if someone puts their country in danger or stuffs their female colleague in a fridge. Well, yeah, no crap, that's called the military.
Yeah.
What? That's the whole point of having them. They're there to defend their country. If
They're
that,
not there to play, to
well,
get manicures and pedicures sitting there while countries going to war.
they're not there to look cool with guns.
Exactly.
I've met quite a few military people in my life. I'd never heard one of them say, you know, if someone attacks this country, I'm gonna sit in the back and not do anything.
Yep.
They're not cheerleaders. Alright. To step around, well, I don't even know what he's talking about with the whole stuffing the female colleague in the fridge thing. I'm guessing that's a reference to a different game,
Maybe.
but I ain't gonna click on it. Alright. To step around the moral glue trap of a genre that relies on casual murder. Yeah, screw people for defending their country or themselves for that matter. If someone comes at me with a gun, I'm gonna stand there and just let him shoot me. I don't care. Come at me with a knife, Kodai. I would come stab me, bro.
Yeah, that's something I don't understand. Casual murder? I don't think you would call military affairs casual murder.
Yeah. I kind of want to dare this guy to go up to a military dude and say that all he does is, alright, the games that are based on his life are based on basically casual murder.
When this guy's probably never even stepped foot in a battlefield and doesn't know the trauma that the soldiers actually go through once
Yeah.
they come back.
And, maybe it's just me, but if someone's gonna come at me with any weapon with an intent to kill me, maybe it's just the primal instincts in me because I haven't evolved as a human yet because I like to call black people. But, by God, I'm probably gonna try to kill them before they get to me.
And we still call gay guys gay guys. We don't
Yeah.
call them anything special.
And, sometimes I call them homosexuals.
Eh,
Or Moes. Moes just gets me makes me giggle.
I've never used that term before.
Well, when I think of oh crap, my PS3's still on. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so I was looking on friends list. I'm like, Sydney said he stopped playing Gundam Breakers.
Oh, I just left it on. But anyways, either way, like maybe I haven't evolved as a human being yet, or into a human being yet. But if someone comes at me trying to kill me, I'm gonna try to stop them from killing me. Cause
Yeah.
I may say I'm not scared to die, but I don't want to die. There's kind of a difference. Like, if
As a,
someone comes up and, like, if I'm just walking down the street and all of a sudden I drop dead, that's fine. If someone comes up to me with a gun and I have time to stop them from doing that, then I'm gonna take advantage of it.
yeah.
There. Many game developers quickly buried their excuse in I can't even say that word.
Expository.
Yeah, expository monologue, or they just make the villains Nazis or zombies. Well, because when you think of a first-person shooter, You want to get straight to the action. You don't want to hear 5 hours worth of, well, you see, the crystals somehow caused the sea to come to Earth and yada yada yada. You just want to get to the killing.
Yeah.
And I don't know, whenever I think of, what would I do if a Nazi came up to me? Well, actually, not even necessarily Nazis. If Hitler came up to me, the things I would do to him is gonna make him into a villain, or make me into a villain.
Yeah.
So I really can't blame him for that. And the zombies thing, technically they aren't even alive, so that's not really even murder. Because those, culturally speaking, are equally subhuman and okay for
Wow.
the killing.
So
Because
Nazis
zombies
aren't
aren't even
humans.
alive! They're undead! They're just
Nazis aren't humans.
Not, well,
Judging subhuman, it sounds like he's saying they're not human.
well, crap, Nazis did the same thing! You may say, oh, I'm no better than a Nazi, but what better motivation you need to kill somebody? Oh, they're Nazi. They're Nazis. They're known for going around doing horrible things to people. Screw it, shoot them. In the latest Far Cry, a franchise set in exotic locations where you kill exotic cultures. Wow. Alright, I don't remember Far Cry 1, so I won't speak of that. Far Cry 2, you don't necessarily kill exotic cultures. You get hired by two different sides of a war. So, or actually, you're more or less hired to go after some guy named the Jackal, but all these people are trying to kill you because you're getting hired to do their jobs. So that, I really can't count
Like
that.
a mercenary type thing?
Yeah. Far Cry 3, you're killing people that are causing harm to their own people.
Yeah.
So, and Far Cry 4, actually, you cover Far Cry 4. I don't even know what's happening in that game.
Uh, Far Cry 4, right now, it's to the point where you meet the main villain of the game, and pretty much he sends in a crap ton of men to burn the villager, and then you just defend it. And then you free hostages.
And
You're not killing cultures or anything, you're helping it.
well, actually, if you sit there and think about it, the main character's from that country, right?
Exactly.
Why would you kill your own culture? That's like if I go to, like, I don't know, I don't want to put my real ethnicity out there,
That's
but
like
let's say
saying
that's like
you're
if I go
like
to a
from like
random country in my country in Asia and just start burning it down to the ground. I'm
yeah.
not gonna do that. Maybe I'll do
You
that to some
do
other Asian
things to
country, but I'm
defend
not doing
it,
it to my
but
own.
yeah, you defend your country, but
Yeah. This isn't. I'm not freaking not Iraqi. What's his name? Saddam Hussein. I'm not gonna kill my own people
like
unless they're coming to kill me first.
yeah, but the thing in Far Cry 4 is it starts out originally you go to the Himalayas to throw your mom's ashes out into the
Oh,
mountains.
I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay.
Dozens of kill exotic cultures. Dozens of hours thrill killing, because if they're coming to kill you, that's thrill killing. Are justified by a comically grim and internal logic. You wish to spread your dead mother's ashes, showing respect to her final wish. That's despicable. How dare you try to do what your mom tells you to do when she dies?
And
I
this
know if my
doesn't even
I know if my mom says go back to my homeland and spread my ashes all over the place, I'm gonna tell her, no, mom, that's screwed up.
the thing that this doesn't even cover in this part is it's not to kill hundreds of people to show respect for one, it's to get what your parents started done. It's called the Golden Path.
Oh,
Pretty much to free
that's actually
Karat from the really?
That's actually what the next sentence was, which is to say you kill hundreds of people to show respect for one.
You show respect for two.
Yeah, you show respect for two, not one.
But I mean, it's hundreds of people trying to kill you that you kill.
Yeah, wait, I've only seen I remember watching two best friends play like the first 30 minutes of it or so. But yeah, aren't you just in a bus at first and then they come and
Yeah.
attack you? And
Yep.
specifically grab you and take you out?
What his original plan was stop the bus, land and get you, but his people were stupid and just started shooting up the bus. And he killed the guy who started the shooting.
See, how come we're not jumping on that? You remember when this game said it was racist for that guy holding some other poor Asian man by the head, even though they're the same
Yeah.
exact freaking race? You know what? That's like if I'm holding your head and Dusty just starts screaming, "That's racist." That's his voice, by the way.
Oh man, Dusty's gonna kill you.
That's if he listens. If he ever listens.
Yeah, if he does listen, he's gonna find a way to kill you.
Well, he might just be all like, "That's not my real voice, man. What are you talking about?" Which is true. I mean, that voice I did about the whole "what are you talking about" thing is closer to his voice than
Yeah.
the whole racist thing. That's like more like my Angry Joe impression of Angry Joe where he says the whole "don't be scared" thing. I remember I used to annoy you with that.
Yeah.
I'm bringing that back.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Well, if I ever remember the last time I tried to bring it back was like what? Well, a month ago? How long did it last? 5 minutes?
Yeah, and then we just started talking about other crap.
It's gonna come back one of these days if I ever remember. What makes Far Cry 4 unique is how the characters in the world seems to understand the true reason you're there. Oh god. The true reason you're there here. The
You
true
want to.
motivation. You want to. Oh, wait, yeah, I did share a screen it, didn't I? I forgot.
Yeah.
You want to kill a lot of people for fun. Yeah. You comment on this. I haven't played Far Cry 4 enough to understand.
It's not that you want to kill people for fun, it's to kill people so you don't get killed.
Well, what
And
about, like, all the missions and stuff? What are they like?
so far from what I've done, you got your normal get your outposts. There's a hostage mission, delivering medication to a little underground sort of cellar thing in the hills, and then the one before the prologue really ends is the town gets under attack by the main bad guy. He sends in his soldiers, and you have to pretty much kill everyone before they burn the town down.
Yeah. How dare someone defend a poor, defenseless village?
And at the end, you have to actually go into a burning building and save. I think she's like a 14-year-old. She's unconscious in the basement where the fire was thrown in. So you have to go in and save her, get her out so she doesn't die.
That's just sexist. You're saving a woman. You're saying a woman can't take care of herself.
Yes, yes, because all women unconscious could probably take care of themselves in a fire.
Yeah, if a man is unconscious and you save him, that's all right because he's a man. He can't do anything. But if it's a woman, you might as well just leave her there because she knows what she's doing.
Yep.
Even if she isn't, you know what? She could be dead, and you better not try to save her body.
It reminds me of Rescue Me whenever he was accused of being racist. Like,
Wait, when?
whenever he's like, the next time I go into a burning building and I don't save a black kid or something, then you could call me racist.
Oh yeah, okay. After during the sensitivity training.
Yeah.
Unlike Far Cry 3, the new game doesn't bother with an explanation for why you're so good at slaughtering humans. No. Nope. I'm done with this. Nope. Alright, let me...
You're not slaughtering humans.
First, you know what? I'm not even gonna complain about that. I'll complain about that later. Far Cry 3, they don't even... He says right at the beginning, "Oh, I never shot a gun before." So that means he's not good at it. How'd he get good all of a sudden? Has this guy even played Far Cry 3?
I don't know, because
Like
how you explained it to me generally, because I played Far Cry 3, but you've beaten it. And what you've told me is pretty much, it's pretty much a story of a kid becoming a man.
Yeah, it's a coming-of-age story, yeah. But right at the get-go, he's already accurate with the gun. This guy, "Oh, the game doesn't bother, or the game actually bothers to tell you why you're so good at slaughtering humans." He's not good at it at first. If he said later on in the game he gets good,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Heck, if he said Far Cry 2, that would make sense, because you're actually a mercenary in that game. But this guy, "Oh, Far Cry 3, the whole game doesn't even bother to tell you, baby. Go home and play Far Cry 3. It's not even a masterpiece, but you know what? It's fun, and it gives you an explanation. It doesn't give you an explanation for why you're good at it either.
Exactly.
It simply provides you with the necessary materials. So does the first one. The guy
And
gives.
Far
He doesn't even give you the gun. He's like, "Oh, here's money to go buy a gun. I never shot a gun before." What do they say in America? There's the first time for everything. That's what that sentence means. That's the first time he's ever gonna buy a gun or shoot a gun. Or actually,
yeah.
it's probably the first time he's gonna buy an unlicensed one too.
And Far Cry 4, it's sort of the same deal. He has no idea. It seems like in the beginning, since he seems more like an innocent person just spreading his ashes, he's never shot a gun before. So in the beginning, you can sort of tell he's uncomfortable even wielding a machete to kill people.
It simply provides you with the necessary materials and dozens of missions and random moments to be a hero and shoot a man. I'm not saying you have to kill a person to be a man, or shoot a person to be a hero. But if you're saving an entire village from basically an onslaught of people trying to burn it down, of course you're gonna have to shoot a man to be a hero.
Mm-hmm. And even
Because
then, you're not the only one taking care of it. You have other people beside you helping you.
maybe it's just me, but if I have to pick between getting shot or being burned to death, I'll pick getting shot every time.
Yeah. It ends faster, and it does end. Sure, if you survive, it'll leave a nasty scar, but I'd rather have a bullet hole than half my face completely burned. And especially the pain that it doesn't stop after, it just keeps going.
And yet, there's a chance Far Cry 4 will be the game I recommend as the game of the year because its world is so grand and beautifully crafted. And I just want to spend days floating through its skies, gliding across its rivers, and yes, shooting countless of humans and animals. Well, I was kind of agreeing with him up until that point.
Yeah. Sure, it's a beautiful game. Landscape is amazing and everything. The details in all the mountains are really cool. But shooting countless humans and animals, that is where I draw the line.
It's a video game, man. Just enjoy it. I mean, look
Yeah.
at this tiger. You know, in the real situation, if that's a tame tiger, I would pet. You know, I would take it home as a pet. I'll get in not a helicopter, a plane. That thing will be right next to me.
That actually may be the main bad dude's pet. I'm not sure though.
It has to be someone's pet, because look
Yeah,
at
because
it.
he's got the gold on it.
Yeah, he's got like ornaments and stuff on him.
I think later on in the game you can use a tiger, but I don't even know about that.
But if he's killing me, I'm probably gonna kill it.
Yeah.
And I'll probably be like if the game allows me to, I'll probably be like how I would in the real world. I would try to use every thing I can on that thing.
Yeah, you
Probably
can.
use the fur
They brought back the gutting,
I
so
meant
taking the meat.
I meant use completely everything. Use the skin as like a blanket or something.
Mm,
Eat the meat and whatever else I can use.
it's survival.
Use the eyes for freaking headlights. Dangle a tooth around my neck. I'm a white guy, but I need some bling on me, alright? Or a
Alright,
semi-white guy.
Alright, and I want to spend days floating through its skies, gliding across its river, and yes, shooting countless humans and animals, which is just so fucked up whenever I spend more than 5 seconds thinking about it, and I can't stop thinking about it.
Why? It's a video game. All you gotta do is, oh wait, maybe I should, press the off button. Heck, if you press the PC, if you get the PC game, you can probably find someone to mod it for you, so you don't have to do the whole killing part.
I see where you said you think that he needs to go get checked out by a doctor.
Yeah. Oh, before we continue, I remember hearing part of this about this article before from Sargon of Akkad, and I don't remember. I never read exactly what it said. This is my first time. This actually is Light's first time actually hearing about this.
Yeah.
As an American named A.J. Cowell.
Okay, he's more of an Indian American, I guess. He's Asian American.
Hey. this guy never played the game apparently, or this guy is too busy exploring the land to really care about the characters.
and and I don't think Ajay Gali is an American name.
Oh, it's Ajay. I thought it was AJ
It's
Gale.
pronounced Ajay.
Oh, okay. May-
So he may, he may think of it as AJ.
Did he
It's
play the
actually
game on
Ajay.
mute? I'm starting. Growing up, I had to share a room with my parents, so I always had to keep my games turned down. So I'm starting to think this guy's like me. He just plays the games muted
With subtitles. So
with
he just reads
subtitles.
AJ Gale.
Dude, that crap is horrible. That experience is horrible for me for games I can't turn the subtitles on.
Yeah, I've
I
sat
remember.
there. Like I remember whenever I was in the old house, my bed was in my parents' room too. There's a long story behind that. I'm not going to get too into it, but it's actually from something from my childhood. But I was playing my PS2 on the small TV we had in the room, and I remember one of the SSX games I couldn't figure out because I was still figuring out how to do everything. So I didn't know where the subtitles were. So I'm playing that game on mute. I'm like, okay, what are they saying right now? Whenever they're doing their tricks, because I like to hear what they say when they're doing their tricks and stuff. And so I just sort of started making up my own dialogue because I could not figure out where the subtitles were, and I didn't hear anything.
It was hard for me to play wrestling during that time. I'm over there trying to play, like, because I have the sound turned down. I'm over there trying to play, like SmackDown. Not Here Comes Pain. What was the? Oh, Just Bring It. I couldn't hear the commentary. Maybe I want to hear something like, Kane just did the choke slam on John Cena.
Yeah,
I,
but you
I
can't.
like. It's just weird. They just copied and pasted everything. It'll be like, oh my god, Sydney, or oh my god, Sydney. Oh wait, yeah, I was about to say my last name. Never mind. All right, like, oh my god, Sid just did the. Wait. I'm trying to think of how it would be. All right, it would be like, oh my god, Kodai just did the. I don't know, like 450 splash on Sydney Stevens. It's like the one thing Snuggles used to do, that whole like, hello, hey, I'm John Mellenball, or Scott Mellenball, and this here is my buddy, Scott Mellenball, and this here is the Death Driver, piloted by Scott Mellenball. It's kind of like that.
Oh.
It was
Something has
even
been
weird.
pulverized.
It's even weirder when you're like playing as Taz, because Taz is doing commentary too. AJ or Ajay what was it? Ajay Gali?
It's like Ajay Gali.
Ajay Gali. You return to your presumed birthplace of Kirat, a fictional stand-in for the nations of the Himalayas. The country, comprised mostly of its rich forests and mountains, spotted with temples and villages and shrines, have been pulverized by decades of political unrest.
That is true.
Yeah, makes sense so far. In the place of an ancient age posterity. Oh, okay, posterity. You can read better than I can. There is now a power vacuum. Sorry, I'm just imagining like a giant vacuum waiting to be filled by what? By one of half dozen.
So morally questionable women and men. What?
So 6 people. That's not too bad.
Huh.
Far Cry 4's warmest and most morally justified characters are still violent, selfish, and power hungry.
They're not selfish. They're defending themselves.
Well, if they're morally justified, I guess they can be selfish if they're morally justified.
What does morally justified mean?
Like, they're good people.
Ah, okay.
Each of them drawn from the Bioshock school of thought, where all sides of an argument are equally bad. There is no real losing, just winning, just losing less. They're shrewd parodies of
Sounds like something you
philosophical
put on a
ideas.
participation medal.
You did. Don't worry. No one won. You just happened to lose the most.
Oh
I,
man.
I remember seeing that on the trophies when I was growing up. Congratulations. You came in last place. You lost the most. You did the best at losing this competition.
But we're all still winners, guys.
When I did the tug of war thing, I won. Get the trophy. Oh, congratulations. You lost the least. You're in first place.
Oh man.
You didn't truly win. You just didn't lose as much. Everyone in
Oh.
this world lives to be judged. Yeah. A pastor obsessed with guns. As if they're divine objects. A
Whoa.
philosophical guru. Jesus Christ, this guy just turned into a System of a Down song all of a sudden.
Okay, they're not obsessed with guns. If anything, they stay away from guns as much as they can.
I want, I, I want Surge to just make a song of this. Like
I want
I,
to I
I,
want to see him read this entire thing in a singing voice.
I won't be able to do a good version of it, but everyone in the world lives to be judged. A pseudopod. I can't even read that. All right, screw it. As if they're divine objects. A philosophical guru that wants to heal the land.
And then all of a sudden he goes into that high pitch like
Yeah, like
screaming ish voice.
yeah. Just get
I don't know
System
how
of a
to
Down,
describe it.
or you know what? Screw it. It doesn't even have to be System of a Down. Get the 10-second song guide to do this entire thing,
Yeah,
System of a Down style.
in 20 different ways. He
No,
reads
just
this article.
do it System of a Down style, then do it 20 different ways.
That'd be awesome if like we personally knew him and it's
Yeah.
like, can you do this? Because this would be awesome. No one can be trusted. Yes, they can. I haven't
you
gotten
skip.
into. Oh, sorry. Um,
You're as if they're philosophical guru.
who want to heal the land, but not before showing you a bloody animal sacrifice.
Wait, back up a second. It's amazing this guy's talking about you're going around killing cultures. And then when this guy does an animal sacrifice, which I'm assuming is part of his culture, he's trying to show it off like it's a bad thing.
Yeah. Well, okay. All right. The would-be empowered female heroine determined to save her country with an industrialized drug trade. I haven't gotten too far into the game, but the main female character that you run into, I forgot her name, but I don't think she's into drug trade.
Well, I actually
She
heard
just
there's supposed to
wants.
be a character that does that.
It's probably later in the game then.
Yeah.
But she's just about freeing her country and her people. No one can be trusted. I completely trust the people that I work with. Screams the game with the caffeinated nihilism of
Nihilism.
nihilism and Nietzsche lecture of the at the X. Why is he
Wait,
adding German?
I'm guessing that's like a Nazi
Maybe a,
thing. I want to know where he came up with this little. Like, he did a good metaphor up here. Everyone in
yeah.
the world lives to be judged. I was like, yes! Well, we were just like that a little while ago. Yeah! System of a Down style thing. Then all of a sudden, oh yeah, it's. The game is screaming to me while it's caffeinated, not about killing off all religions during Nazi Germany in the middle of the X Games. What does any of that have to do with each other?
I have no idea.
Whatever.
I think Nietzsche or whatever may be a German philosopher or just a German professor of some sort.
Well, look it up real quick.
All right. Dun, dun, dun. I'll look it up on my phone.
It's like this one guy I remember seeing a video of. He was talking about how the amazing atheist is actually anti-theist. But, like, he kept making all these metaphors. And, like, although this guy is actually worse at it, the other guy, I forgot exactly what he would say, but after he makes the metaphor, you see, it's kinda, but not really, but maybe, but really not. Well, if we're gonna make these metaphors, don't like discredit them. I mean, at least he's self-aware because none of the metaphors really made sense to what he had to say.
All right.
In hindsight, maybe we should have read through this first and then did all the
This is
research.
part of the fun. Oh, okay, his real name is Friedrich Nietzsche. He's a German philosopher, and I guess he wrote a book called God is Dead. Maybe
Well,
he
what's
wrote.
wrong with preaching that?
I don't know. Okay. Movies. I guess movies about him.
Oh,
The
okay. I was
Divine
getting kind of confused.
Comedy, the Divine Comedy, Road to Rio, Die Nacht, Carbon Elvis, Thus Spake Zarathustra. So he wrote books, and he's a philosopher. So
Again,
that
like
make
the maybe I'm wrong, but the way he kind of sentenced that, it kind of seems like a negative thing. Like he's going around, like how dare this atheist go around preaching that stuff?
mm,
But America, the very first amendment, mainly the reason why everyone went there in the first place when we found that country, is so we can choose whatever religion we want.
yeah.
So if we can have people in America going around preaching, Christianity and stuff like that to the world, what's wrong with having an atheist preach that stuff? Hey, I've seen Satanists do that specifically just to spite the Christians.
Hmm.
Like, Christians hand out like Christian coloring books and stuff at schools. And then Satanists were like, you want to play that game? We have a satanic coloring book. And handing that out to kids, people just... You can already tell how the Christians reacted to that. Don't
It's like
color
when a
in...
certain it's like when a certain star went to an elementary school and read books to kids.
Oh, I
It pissed
remember it.
parents off.
Yeah. How dare someone try to teach our children how to read?
All right, so
I'm still
Ajay.
trying to imagine that in my head. Freaking... Don't color in Jesus's long, flowing brown hair. Color in Anton LaVey's bald head. Like, granted, I would have fun either way.
All right, so let's get back to this.
Well,
All
I'll be
right.
honest. I've read through part of the Satanic Bible, but just looking at the back of that thing because it has his face on it, he looks like someone that should be the devil. Like in any movie.
Mm. All right.
Alright. Ajay,
So,
well, go ahead.
all right, I was about to just read it, but you can read it.
It's up to you.
No, you read it then.
Alright, fine. Ajay, well, here, I'll try to do it. Look, want me to use a more fitting voice for the guy who wrote this game? Or
Yes.
wrote this article?
Yes, please.
Ajay, our voice in the game, takes a patronizing tone when he speaks to these people who provide him with guns, ammos, and reasons to kill hundreds of
Sid.
people. What? Don't do that.
That voice reminds me. I know what it's like in North Korea because I watch documentaries.
We're talking about that next.
I watch documentaries on North Korea on National Geographic and YouTube.
We'll talk about that next. That's coming up.
Yep. All right. Let's just go back to that voice because that's fun.
I can use a different voice. Well, actually, let me try and remember that voice again. Incredibly confused in Civil War. He doesn't ask for questions or details, nor does he make the obvious point that none of this has to do with the very simple desire to respect his dead mom. Occasionally, he scoffs at that request in wacky logic. These people are crazy. He'll say in so many words. Then he'll reload his rocket launcher and shoot a helicopter out of the sky. Wait,
God.
I don't know anything about the game, but like, does the main villain like pretty much control the entire land for the most part?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah, he has
Yeah.
like high power over everything.
So he can't really do much. Like, even if he did respect his dead mom's wishes, he can't go back to America because the guy that's controlling everything is there. He could just say, no, blam, the end.
Yeah. It's hysterical because despite Ajay's scorn and snobbish tone, first off, he doesn't have a scorn or snobbish tone. He actually has a tone where he wants to do everything to help out the best he can. It's nothing about being a snob of
Wait,
anything.
where's the
He actually wants to help.
wait? Where do you see the hope thing? Wait, I'm
The
confused where we're at.
scorn and snobbish tone. I was just saying he doesn't have a
Oh,
scorn or snobbish tone. He has that tone of like he genuinely wants to help everyone.
hey, I wouldn't. I know I said the thing about defending the country, but as long as I'm not getting killed, that ain't my country. Well, you
He's
can keep reading.
he's a psychopath who can kill better than anyone else. Well, yeah, it depends on the person playing the game.
Yeah. Well, cause you know, Kodai. Whenever I play a video game and I want to escape my mundane life, sometimes I just want to play as a guy who won't do anything. That's why Luster the Unlikely is my favorite game of ever. What does he do? He sees an enemy. Like, it doesn't even have to be a big enemy. It could be a rat. He just turns around and starts screaming and running away from it. I'm not kidding you. That's a real game.
Really?
Yeah, Luster the Unlikely. That's all he does.
Wow.
You know, like,
Oh,
even Dark Souls, that game, you're pretty much weaker than everything around you. But at least it gives... you can still get away from reality from that, just go around killing things. Or
yeah.
killing things that are, like, twice your size. It can kill you in one hit. But, you know, whenever I play an action game, I don't want to be a hero. I want to hide and stay away from everything. You know, no. Now, wait, actually, let me try to find a way without making it sound like Metal Gear. Alright. I want to not do anything. Like, I don't know, like, Lieutenant Ragna, there's an entire army of aliens coming to Earth. You gotta help us defend it. Nah, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna sit here and watch TV. We all know everyone wants to play a game like that.
Yeah.
What if Duke Nukem, instead of going out like trying to bring back all the women, he just stayed at the strip club and just looked at the stage? How about let me think of a different game. Alright, Final Fantasy X. We were talking about that yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what? I may not like Final Fantasy X, and they may have ran around mainly for 500 hours not doing most things. But what if at the beginning of the game, when Titus finally meets Yuna, and yeah, they're all like, yo, we gotta go out and stop Sin. And Yuna's just like, nah, I got better things to do. I know I'm a summoner, but screw it. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep naming off random things. Well, let me grab my game case here. Let me look through a random thing. Rob Zombie, Spider-Man.
Sir, a fleet of huge fucking Gundams are coming to destroy the planet. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna color.
Yeah,
What do you think I'm gonna do?
I'm gonna sit here and fiddle around with I'm gonna build the models of Gundams, not actually pilot one.
It's like, but sir, we need you. No, I feel like building today, guys, and you know my schedule. There's Ragna time, and there's Ragna and light time, and then there's Ragna time, and then sleep.
No, you forgot one of the parts of my schedule. There's Ragna and hand time. Thank you.
And then Ragna and sleep.
How about if you put in Okami into the game, right? And it's just like, I'm a Terasuit. There's a bunch of crap happening. You gotta help out the world. Nah, I'm too busy being a goddess. I'm gonna stay in the hole that my brother threw me in. Only Japanese people, or only people who know the lore of Amaterasu will actually understand that. Look, wait, you know what, screw it. Let's go a casual game, like, let's say, like NFL. Hey, we got a big game coming up. You're gonna help us out, right? Nah, I'm too busy watching other football on TV.
I'm you're in the Madden game. It's like, sir, we have a big game. It's like, okay, and it's like, are you gonna help us? No, I'm too busy playing NFL right now.
Yeah. Well, wait, what about Lisa Shoot Larry? Yo, there's a bunch of women you can screw. Nah, I'm too busy looking at porn. Granted, that's essentially what the character or the guy playing the game is doing, but
Yeah, and playing
so,
drinking games.
sorry, well, yeah, that too. I'm just imagining that now. Just, I'm, hey, let's go out and find ladies. No, I'm too busy looking up naked women on TV. As the game progresses, it hints at details about Ajay. What was it, Ajay, right?
Yeah.
Ajay's personal life, but they're mostly buried in bits of text. Cause it's, I can't read where a game puts something it doesn't find interesting enough to tell you in its story.
Well, we got a DSP on our hands.
Yeah, this sounds like DSP at this point. Freaking. Wait, why am I killing this guy? I shouldn't be killing this guy. This guy's. Whoever made this game is a pervert. Kojima! What? Kojima didn't make Far Cry 4, though. Kojima's fault, anyways. Uh. Wait, how about Five Nights at Freddy's? I can, I can only imagine how that game went. Wait, why did all the power go out? I had the door closed the whole time. How did Freddy get to me? The door was wide open. If he says Golden Freddy, at least that makes sense in the game. It's kind of hard to stop Golden Freddy unless you bring up that iPad thing.
Yeah.
How about what's that other game? Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Why did the mask work? The music box wasn't even playing.
Yeah, isn't remember like Five Nights at Freddy's like the point of the music box is like they stay whenever they don't go anywhere when they hear sound or
No,
something, right?
only the puppet.
Ah,
The puppet, as long as the music box is playing, he doesn't come after you. Or he doesn't start popping out. Once he's all the way popped out, you can't stop him, if I remember correctly.
mm.
Alright. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you can go ahead and start reading.
All right. Ajay's family drama takes a back seat to Ajay's kicking ass and taking no names because taking names would imply a fleck of humanity of which Ajay has none.
He was built to be boring to get out of the player's way. Well, actually, I can't comment on this one. I haven't played Far Cry 4 yet.
Alright, he was built to be boring.
If anything, it sounds more like the character from Far Cry 3. Yeah, I don't see him complaining about it.
Yeah.
Well, like, what's the story for Far Cry 3? Your mom's dead. You gotta go and, spread her ashes around. And I remember you said something like, later on in the game, it turns out that the main villain is his dad, right?
Yes, something like that. Like, in the beginning, it's mentioned like he knew his mom, but and he kept asking, "Did she talk about me or anything?" And then, Ajay's like, "Was she supposed to?" And he's like, "Ah, okay." Like
Well,
he knew that she wouldn't be talking about him because
at
they
least,
were, from what I know so far, apparently they were in love for a while. But when main guy went nuts with power, she left the country and fled to America so Ajay can be born with freedom and not in, like, I guess a form of slavery.
if anything, it sounds like that character is more interesting than the Far Cry 3 one. Far Cry 4. No, there's a possible connection between, the main bad dude, Ajay and his family. Far Cry 3, what's the main connection? Boz is, he kidnapped all of your friends. Okay, what's
He's
next?
nuts.
Yeah, he's nuts. And, also the main character also goes from being a boy to being a warrior towards the end. Bye! Seems like that one's a little bit more, where his drama takes the back seat.
Yeah.
You get to save a stoner if that helps out. One
Oh,
one character in particular really struck me weird as a weird version of Ajay. A powerful woman, you learn, is running a violent gladiatorial pit in which dozens, if not hundreds of people. How'd you make that jump? You go from 12 to hundreds
I don't know.
of people. Anyways, dozens. If I get it if he says like hundreds, if not thousands, but why dozens
Yeah.
to hundreds? I might be nitpicking, but that just sounds really off to me. People and animals have died. Unlike the real world, people and animals live forever. Her motivation, the dwindling hope she can save her parents, who believe she who she believes have been taken captive. In an earlier scene, we see how heavy a burden this bloody job is on her sanity, as she weeps and allows herself to be vulnerable. I
I haven't
really
gotten to
don't
that part.
see the yeah, I really don't see the inversion of it. Well, I guess this lady's parents are still alive. Ajay's isn't. Where's his mom, huh? Oh right, she's all over the place. Her ashes got scattered. That's all I really see. But even then, like, I, I don't even want to argue it.
Ajay, ever the
Like,
pragmatist, chides the wait what?
although I will admit the whole Sandy thing, since I like mental crap a lot more, that actually does sound interesting.
Yeah.
I'll give who wrote this? Well, whoever wrote this. Wait, what the crap is this? I want to know what keeps me coming back.
Guess we're gonna find out here.
Yeah. But anyways, whoever
Ajay
wrote this,
has a point, maybe.
maybe.
Alright, so Ajay, the ever pragmatist, chides the woman, but her behavior, killing in the hope she'll save the lives of her family, is far more justifiable than killing to scatter some ashes in the right spot.
To you, maybe.
But to him,
Yeah.
that was his mom's last wish. I'm pretty sure if this guy's mom's last wish was to be like scattered across like the middle of the Pacific Ocean, I'm pretty sure he'd go to the trouble to do that for her.
And just going by the way, I understand folks so far. All he had was his mom. He didn't have a father or anything.
I think the father actually died during the beginning of the Golden Path.
Well, I don't know. You did just say that. Well, you did say there's a possible.
There's
It's
a
possible
possible
that.
way, but like the person he knew as dad died.
Well, I'm talking like. Well, okay, never mind then. Well, if it was like a single mom, imagine how much more important it would be to him.
Yeah. Of all
Maybe.
people on Corette, you're the quickest to kill in the coldest, most gruesome ways, but you have the flimsiest justification.
Flimsiest.
Oh, flimsiest. Oh, I thought it said film. uh, that's why you're in the middle of this. It's as if the characters know if you're on their side, they're guaranteed to win.
You know, the last time I heard an argument like that, I watched Survivor Series. If we have the big man on our side, we will win the Survivor Series.
Yeah, no, he ended
Although
up
he got,
turning.
he was the second person to get eliminated. It's like if we watched Lockdown. Freaking hey, whoever has Willow. Wait, actually, never mind. I forget. They actually did do something like that. Except it wasn't a specific person. It's just we need that man advantage when it comes to Lockdown. And even then, they still lost. I'm beginning to sense that. Wait, actually, let me pick of another voice besides the whole thing. I'm beginning to sense that there's some people who make games about shooting people and have anxiety about the very experience of playing them. And that the
That
anxiety
means
and the anxiety of expressing itself, intentionally or not, is in the game's characters and stories. Since Spec Ops: The Line, we see more and more narratives that can be reduced to the only way to win is to not play. From what?
Grand Theft Auto
Wait,
5, if there are cutscenes, They're not very long.
Well, wait, hold up, give me a second. That's actually the main point. Alright, from Grand Theft Auto 5 to The Last of Us to the Call of Duty franchise, you can assume one scene is where the game forces you to do something particularly grim, tactily implicating you as as an accessory in its bloody enterprise. Well, no, well, actually, Grand Theft Auto 5, I haven't played it. Last of Us, what'd you expect? It's about survival. That's why it's
Yeah.
called, the name of the genre is survival horror. The key word, survival.
To the Call of Duty franchise.
You're in the military. You're going out trying to protect a freaking country. Or I don't even know about the later games, but you're going out protecting a country. What else are you going to do?
Let the country crumble like he's
Yeah.
trying to implement.
That's what it pretty much feels like so far.
But I want to play. I love first person shooters, despise my disgust with their jingoistic themes.
Quit
What is
playing them!
Exactly.
If you're so, or actually, not even, don't even, I screwed that up. Anyway, wait, go ahead, reread that.
Despite my disgust with their
No, I
jingoist
meant
themes.
from the
Or like
beginning
the
of the
entire
program.
thing. Alright. But I want to play. I love first person shooters despite my
Then
disgust.
quit freaking complaining about them!
What's a jingoistic theme?
I don't know, but he's all over there. Oh, the game make me kill people, but I want to play. Then
It's
don't
like
complain
hatred.
about it. Yeah, it's like
hatred.
hatred. Well, actually, I don't know about hatred, because hatred, people that are complaining about it are saying, I don't want to play this, and since I dislike it so much, I don't want other people to play it either. Because everybody knows that we all think just alike.
Alright. Their general support of unfettered militarism and the obvious fact that you spend most of their campaigns trying to shoot people in the face so you can conserve enough ammo to shoot more people in the face.
I just can't stop playing them. At this point, it's starting to... Wait, it gets worse. And so I've become increasingly fascinated with their bizarre and interior logic that seems to hypnotize me into a state of comfort.
Alright, but you need to go to a psychiatrist or a therapist.
You need to... Yeah, like... Dude, man, it's starting to sound like you can't separate reality, going around killing fictional people to real people. So, or actually, it seems like you're getting way too much pleasure from killing virtual people than you can with real people.
And I mean, like I told you earlier, Grand Theft Auto, they've added a lot more different graphics, and though it's a game, it didn't give me a state of comfort, not whatsoever. It's sort of, I guess, disturbed with the amount of detail they put into it, but I don't...
That disturbed is discomfort.
Okay, discomfort, but it doesn't hypnotize me in a state of comfort. That's something a psychopath says.
Because, when I played Fate Extra, I felt so good killing, all the people. It made me orgasm just from the sheer side of killing, all them people. Well, wait, actually, what have I been... Gundam Breakers. Every time I kill a Gundam, I feel a small erection in my sack. We all know that's what it is.
And
Simply.
I mean, and Sydney, our parents did a really good job with teaching us, games are games, entertainment, and reality is reality. And like you said earlier, if you don't mind me quoting you right now, you said, if a person from a lower class family, a father from a lower class family, can teach their kid this, why can't a parent from a middle class family ever teach their kid this?
Presumably middle class.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what this guy's background is, but I'm just gonna take a wild guess and say he's from the middle class.
But yeah, I mean, that's the first thing. Whenever I was at the neighbor's house, we were playing video games. I forgot what game we were playing. We were just playing video games, and I told him, like, and even his grandparents and his mom says, like, it's just a game and stuff. So it's better to learn that at a really young age than to learn it just now to the point where it gives you comfort to kill people in video games.
Because, when What was the last game we? Oh yeah, Borderlands.
Yeah,
Every time we killed one of them psychos, we just started.
you
We
just
just
started.
felt. It felt like I was sleeping in my bed.
Yes.
It felt like
No.
I was
Totally.
just. Yeah. It felt like I was just co- covering myself in like sheep clothes or sheep. The sheep freaking fur thing.
Wool.
Wool.
All
It
right.
felt like I was
And
sleeping on a bunch of puppy dog ears.
all right. This one. All right. This entire article is pissing me off. I'm just trying to keep my composure because it's 2 in the morning and people are asleep. But Bioshock Infinite, it is not ultra violent. I don't know what the shallow ultra violence of Bioshock Infinite means, but just the fact that ultra violence is in there is far from the point.
Yeah, I
It
like to
is
call bullcrap on that too. I never played
bi
Bioshock Infinite, but I've seen ultra violent wrestling, and I have not seen any screenshots of Booker hitting someone in the face with 2x4 that's on fire with barbed wire on it.
exactly. And in my mind, ultra violence would go to, like Borderlands 1, the whole corrosive nature, melting them, the shocking, making their skull appear and just blow up, fire, burning them alive. That could be maybe classified as ultra violence, but
That's
Bioshock Infinite,
gruesome, man.
it's
I was
gruesome.
talking about wrestling. You're over there. Yeah, their skulls were getting electrocuted and being
But
exposed.
that
Oh
that
wait,
is that is ultra violence right
they
there.
actually did. They actually did show someone's skull being exposed in ultraviolet wrestling. Never mind.
Hmm. But Bioshock Infinite, though it is a violent game, it is nowhere close to ultra violence. I've played it. I am about 3/4 of the way through it, and not one time has there been a really ultra violent death. Sure, you fling people off, and it's kind of hard for me to remember. I haven't played in so long, but you fling people off like uh, the floating Columbus or whatever it was called, and you use powers like that can summon crows and eat people, but that's not really. It doesn't show anything from what I remember.
Yeah, I tell the truth, I can't like when I think of ultraviolet. Like being honest, I think of something like Tokyo Gore Police kind of
Oh yeah,
amounts of violence,
like yeah, Tokyo Gore Police. Uh,
or Rikio.
I've never heard of Rikio.
It's a Chinese movie.
Oh okay.
Basically, some guy like if I remember correctly, the last guy in that video or in that movie gets killed by being pushed through or being punched through a meat grinder.
Oh dang. Or Saw, the Saw series.
Yeah, that's not as much blood as Rikio or Tokyo Gore Police.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still got some really gruesome scenes in it.
Well,
Cutting of
actually,
the arm, cutting off the dude's fat, and pendulum traps, and
yeah, Pendulum Trap was pretty violent. Well, I actually had one thing in mind for ultra violent game, but I can't think of it now.
ultra violent game, ultra violent game.
Like, oh, Splatterhouse. That's what I was
Yeah,
thinking of.
Splatterhouse.
Yeah.
That can be classified as ultra violent.
So, which one's more
uh,
violent, Bioshock Infinite or Splatterhouse?
Splatterhouse or Mortal Kombat 9.
Nah, I still say Splatterhouse has more violence or more
Yeah,
blood.
but I'm talking like the finishers and stuff, like
Well,
Nudie
yeah.
ripping people in half and stuff. But it's supposed to be that way.
I
But
gotta
yeah,
say, some of it is pretty cool, though.
yeah,
Although I do have to agree with this, guys, about the mind-numbing
yeah.
consistency of Call of Duty franchise. But both have a blunt and almost purposeful stupidity to them, clearly meant to feed to a meathead market.
Okay.
Alright, Call of Duty, I see your point. I'm pretty sure, going by what I've heard, the story before Bioshock isn't really what a meathead market would be like.
That story is a little more complicated than a
Yeah.
Call of Duty storyline.
That's like if I... Alright, let me dumb down the story for Metal Gear, the first 4 Metal Gear games. That game is for stupid people only. Like, a little kid can understand it. You see, Solid Snake is the good guy, and Liquid Snake's the bad guy. There just happens to be a machine called the what was it? The Metal Gear in it. That's pretty much what
Or
they. That's pretty much what they're doing, in my opinion, for the most part.
the
Like,
Final Fantasy series too.
yeah, well, yeah, well, actually, yeah, like, yeah, you can stupid or make it that, shallow, but there's more to the story because you
Yeah.
got like Metal Gear Solid 3. You got talk about like the Shago Hod and the freaking what happened. Well, like, tell the truth, I can't. I'm not even smart enough to tell you all the story to it. Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 4 about the nano machines and stuff like that.
But I've played Metal Gear Solid 4 with you on Sniper Wolf.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I
Uh,
forgot about.
I played
You're talking.
Revengeance.
That one actually is a little bit more towards the meathead market.
Yeah, and I've played a little bit of Ground Zeroes. Now,
As far,
though I have not played
I
the
don't think that
entire,
counts. The controller kept malfunctioning.
but we still played it and we got halfway through the first mission.
Key point halfway through the
and
first
then
mission.
and we got in the helicopter and get in the helicopter. All right, we're in the helicopter. We sit there for like 5 minutes and they take off. What are you doing? You told us to get in the helicopter. But I've only played 3 Metal Gear games. Honestly, I've only played 3, and I have enjoyed from what I've played from all of them. And though I don't understand the story, the fact that it could keep me into it, like keep me looking more into it a little bit more, like here and there, reading the little stories behind all the backstories. You, that's not a meathead's thing.
Well, hey, with the whole meathead thing, that's like let's go back to Metal Gear. I know we keep talking about it, but like that's like just writing off the end as oh he's a bad guy, so you have to kill him or you're gonna kill him. Maybe it's just me, but whenever I played, went up against the end, just knowing about like what he's been through and like just his personality and stuff alone makes me know. All right, he's not a bad guy. He's just doing his job. And talking about how oh I did all that I wanted to in life. I have no regrets and stuff. Makes me not want to kill him. I'm pretty sure with meatheads, it's just gonna for a game that's intentionally supposed to be given to meatheads. They're just gonna be oh screw it, just kill him anyway, so they won't tell me who he is. Far Cry 4 is quite incredible in its gruesomeness, in that it seems both naively at peace with its paper thin. Excuse me.
Okay, the
Sorry,
only point
that's
in
my
gruesome.
that was my gag reflexes acting up in the form of a burp.
Okay, so
It,
gruesomeness in Far Cry 4, the furthest from what I've seen, the gruesome you will see is taking meat from an animal.
but that's
That's
because it's
as
an animal.
yeah,
Let's be
that's as
honest.
bad
Whenever
as
you
it
see an
gets.
animal get hurt, you just all suddenly get mad.
Yeah, and then even if it's trying to kill you, like wild dogs and stuff, or the wolf, whenever you kill it, it makes that noise like, God, why did I have to do that? Something like that. It's because of that mentality of you want to protect your pets, and if something like that you were faced to do, it's gonna piss you off. But it doesn't get any more gruesome than that, from what I've seen.
Far Cry
Other
4. Oh, go for it.
other than the beginning where you don't see like where the bad guy is stabbing the dude in the neck with a pen, but you see it nonetheless. And then there's blood all over his hands and jacket. And I mean that could be gruesome, but you don't see the body afterwards. It just goes away. Just it never shows it.
I'm starting to think this guy was sheltered for most of his life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Go
uh,
on 4chan, or actually, don't go on 4chan. Go on 8chan. Uh,
maybe
uh,
this guy. I don't want to be mean, but maybe he belongs in Wizard Chan.
wow. You're gonna call him a virgin?
Judging from everything and possibly being sheltered his whole life,
I'm,
yes.
I don't. I don't think they want him at Wizard Chan either. Like Wizard Chan's just like Wizard Chan, like just the general population from what I've heard. I've never been there. They're full of like depressed, sad people. So like this guy is not even sad. He's just freaking lunatic apparently, because he's going around killing people and it's putting him in a state of comfort.
Yeah.
There,
You
it gives
were
the
at
player
naively at peace. That's where you were, I think.
the paper thin justification. It gives the player to kill with such regularity and yet also so utterly exhausted with itself in violent video games. Wait, I got no idea what they're talking about with that.
I don't
like,
either.
It kind of sounds like he's saying like the player is tired of playing violent video games. If that's the case, maybe it's me. But if I'm tired of playing any video game,
why would you buy it?
well, not necessarily that. It's just if I'm tired of any video game, I just stop playing it.
Yeah, and move on to something else.
Like even a bad game, I'll play it as long as I have fun making fun of it.
Yeah, like what you could do with
Depression Quest.
Yeah.
That game sucked, but you know what? I kept playing it because I wasn't exhausted with laughing at it.
Yeah.
I was at the end after you decided to make a downer about the whole. Yeah, let's talk about real opinions of oppression or depression. But
we end on a happy note.
Well, yeah, you got to say goodbye to the people for the first time.
All right. So now.
Blah blah blah. Ah, screw it. Oh wait, let's just get to the final thing because I got no idea what he's talking about here. Halfway through the game, a mission required me to kill a man, who I later learned was a decoy. A voice came over the radio, trying to make me feel bad for killing the wrong man. Finally, the game was judging me. I didn't feel much of anything. What option did I have? All I could do was follow the script. Alright, dude, you're getting way in. Yeah, you're getting way into the game. Wait, is that the end? Okay, thank God.
This guy has some serious issues.
Like, if you make a personal if you make like a personal connection to the guy you killed, I kind of get that. But like, Fate Extra, I remember like pretty much tearing up like 5 times in that game.
Which one you killed? Was it an old man you killed?
When I killed a guy who's your friend, but he's still a jerk. So I was like, yeah, I finally got to kill the jerkwad. But no, I can't die yet. I'm only 8. Oh God, Jesus Christ! How did I not notice that?
Then you killed Alice.
I killed the old guy, like who was being like a grandfather. Remember, don't try to stay in the past so much. Don't worry, I won't let you down, old guy. And then I killed the guy. He's all, the kids over there, like, she shows up. She kind of reminds me of my cousin a little bit. Oh, hey, let's go play. Oh, dear God, I have to kill a freaking 5-year-old girl now. And then all of a sudden, Oni-chan! Oh, dear God, not the Oni-chan. And then I feel even bad, but, hey, turns out she was already dead, so that's okay. After that, I just stopped giving a crap. But anyways, not counting all that, I have to say, I think I wasted time with this.
Yeah.
Like, that's an hour of my life. It took us an hour to read the thing.
Alright, now we have a couple minutes to go into
a
video we watched.
God. We'll make a separate video for that. Dear God, I can't believe I wasted an hour reading a stupid article.
That wasn't even that long.
This just shows you the direction our lives are going.
Yeah, we get pissed off at writing.
At like what? I don't even know how long. Like about a 3-page thing that takes us an hour to read.
Yeah. But we also admired that tiger.
Yeah, you know what? That's a happy. You know what? Screw it. That's the thumbnail now. Look at that tiger.
That tiger.
So cute. I want to pet it. Like, you know what? I sometimes like to sleep with my dog on the bed. I want to sleep with that thing on my bed. Maybe, I don't know. The dog takes too much room already.
And I think that castle in the background, that palace, is the bad guy's palace.
Yeah, but he's not really a bad guy. He's a he's just a human with a selfish desire, and he's not losing a whole lot apparently.
Alright, so, yeah.
Go ahead and lead us out,
Alright, this is Light,
Ragna.
and we're signing out, and we'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, yeah. I'm never coming back to the Verge.
It takes too much time.
Yeah, apparently about an hour and 10 minutes. All right, later, guys.
Later.